Hey, it's Carmel Holt, and we're live at Solid Sound 2013, and I'm here with the wonderful John Hodgman.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I am excellent. How are you this morning?
I'm terrific, thank you very much.
It was quite a night last night.
We had an all-request show by Wilco, which was amazing. And before we started rolling, you said, I emceed it. And you said, was that a first for me? And the answer is yes. And then you said, was that a first for Wilco? And I'm like, definitely so. But I thought it would be funny if it were like, it was a first for Wilco, but I've actually emceed a lot of all-request shows by Wilco before. It was a different Wilco. I have a body double Wilco that I practice with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those guys had rehearsed, I guess, but I've actually been going around the country doing all-request shows with Wilco.
with Wilco.
With Wilco-mania, just to warm up. But I thought, no, it was brand new for all of us, and I think we were all terrified. I certainly was, but they're so good.
So
that I couldn't ruin it.
You couldn't ruin it
as much as I tried.
How did it go with picking the request? Did you have anything to do with that last night at all?
With picking the requests?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all my favorite songs.
All your favorite songs.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
They solicited requests from the internet, and they all came through the website. I think they had 75 pages of requests. I don't know the font size, so that could just be 10 or 12. I don't know, 10 or 12 requests. But I think they got a lot. And then I went through them all, and I said, nope, how about my favorite songs? No. But no, they compiled a set list of the requested songs that they knew or liked or wanted to learn to play or felt challenged by, and then we kept space in for sort of wild card songs that I came out and threw at them. And to what degree they were prepared for them or not, only they know for sure.
And you used a very high-tech method, the randomizer.
The randomizer was a bingo ball machine that somehow was scrounged up at my unfortunate request last week. Because originally we were going to pull them out of the hat, and I said, you know what would be great would be a bingo ball. And by that I mean one of those wire cage balls that are on a spindle or whatever, and you turn them and they've got ping pong balls in them, and then you open up and you pull one out.
Right.
But they found somewhere in North Adams, Massachusetts, an antique mechanized like lotto machine. Wow. That came from the basement of some home here in North Adams, and like all products of North Adams, it is a beautiful old industrial machine that I snuck out last night under my coat. I'm going to take it home with me.
Maybe you need to put that in your end of the world survival kit.
Yeah, maybe so. But I mean, I just love the fact that North Adams has a manufacturing past, and that the one idea that I contributed to this could actually be sourced from the manufacturing past of North Adams. It was very exciting to me.
That is really exciting.
And also the world didn't end, so I don't know what to say about that.
Well, you're probably one of the more prepared people for that.
It's not, well, so the young lady is referencing a prophecy that I made that the world was going to end on December 21st, 2012. And given that it is now June 22nd, 2013, I might have been a little off. And I spent all of 2012 telling people to prepare for the collapse of civilization, the collapse of the economy, the collapse of all law and order, to stockpile food, water, mayonnaise, urine, everything you would need to survive. Once the economy collapsed, of course, the U.S. dollar would be worthless. The only currency that would have any value would be the beef jerky dollar. Right. And I had a lot of good advice, but for all the advice I gave, I didn't take any of it. If you think I've got jars of I think I've got a hoard of mayonnaise in my house, well, that's true. But I stopped hoarding my urine. I stopped hoarding my urine a long time ago.
What was hoarding the urine all about?
Well, it should be self-evident, but I guess it's not. So urine is something that you want to have around. Because it's a good antiseptic. It's full of ammonia, so you can use it to disinfect your dinner plates. and also to disinfect wounds. It is a high nitrogen content, so when the ground nutrients are depleted, you can put urine somehow all over your land, and it'll start to bring back the land. It's a good makeshift test for who in your survival bunker is stealing asparagus from you.
Yes.
For example.
Definitely.
Put it in a spray bottle and just spray people with it. It's just one of those things you want to have around. I mean, it's easily made at home, so why not have as much of it as possible?
So just a couple of days ago, congratulations on the release of your first DVD.
Thank you. Yeah, well, it's not a DVD. That's
Well,
the thing.
it was aired on Netflix,
It's
right?
a 1-hour comedy special, exclusively streaming on Netflix. You can't even say air anymore. It never touched the air, purely through cables and internet cables and Wi-Fi. I guess it did go through the air too, because it goes
Exactly.
from your Wi-Fi router to your device or set-top box.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell us about the special, the 1-hour special.
Haven't you been listening to my whole thing about urine and mayonnaise?
Yes, it's true. So this was filmed.
This was filmed on December
the day.
21st,
Yes.
2012. So I spent the whole year going from town to town, talking to people and advising them on preparedness. And then on December 21st, I gathered my faithful to me at the Bell House in Brooklyn, and specifically Gowanus area of Brooklyn. It's on the shores of the Gowanus Canal, because as you know, that's ranked by Travel and Leisure as one of the top 5 apocalyptic waterways in the United States. There are monsters in it. And then we all get huddled together in the darkness, and I attempted to distract them from their impending doom with comedy and sports trivia and mustache viewings and jokes and songs by Cynthia Hopkins and guest appearances by Scott Adsit from 30 Rock and a mysterious child named Joel. And then we all counted down together to midnight, waiting for the final ball to drop, as it were. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but the world didn't end. Sorry, everybody.
So this is called Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. John Hodgman, Ragnarok. Don't, it's the punctuation mark, colon. John Hodgman, Ragnarok. Not John Hodgman spelled out Ragnarok. Don't search that. That sends you someplace bad.
So I'm wondering if this is your second year hosting the Comedy Cabaret.
That is correct.
Here at Solid Sound. Are you
but my third year attending.
So we could maybe call you the resident expert on Solid Sound.
No, I don't think so. I'm just a humble guy trying to host a comedy stage. But I first came as a citizen, as a normal, someone to watch the show, and I was blown away. And that's when I was like, well, here's another thing I got to weasel my way into. I weaseled my way into The Daily Show, Battlestar Galactica, 30 Rock, all my favorite things. And I did it, everybody. I weaseled in. Success. But I hope that I can come back too. I hope that it comes back.
Tell us a little bit about the Comedy Cabaret for those of us that
this year we have
familiar.
3 amazing comedians. Native Massachusettsian Jen Kirkman, now living in Los Angeles, from Chelsea Lately, and her own amazing stand-up and her book, I Can Hardly Take Care of Myself, about how she will never have children. Al Madrigal, my fellow Daily Show colleague. He is a correspondent for The Daily Show, and an actor, and an amazing comedian who has just had a stand-up special on Comedy Central. And then Reggie Watts, who is the legendary, I guess you would say, comedian, sound comedy performance artist / renegade weirdo.
an amazing vocalist
and an
also.
amazing vocalist also, accent man, video maker, all around undefinable dude. And it's great, and we'll be performing all afternoon in the Hunter Center. This is not obviously going out live.
No.
No, okay. So you missed it, guys. Too late. Keep your eyes on solidsound.com for updates about perhaps future Solid Sounds or Solids Sounds. I don't know how to pluralize that.
Solid
Sounds.
sounds.
Solid. right. Yeah.
You do so many different things between writing
That's true.
and appearing on TV and
Sometimes.
having occasional cameos in television commercials.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I object strenuously. If you had said occasional cameos in television shows and even feature films, then I could have said, you are right to downplay that. Those cameos are very occasional. Who in America can forget my star turn as the fertility specialist in Baby Mama?
Exactly.
All of America can. But it's a great movie, though. Just that I'm forgettable in it. But I did not make any cameos in any television advertising campaigns. I was the star.
You were the star.
Co-star, if you want to be nice, with Justin Long in the Get a Mac campaign. But that was my thing. Oh, you really hurt me.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. I was going to ask you what your favorite thing to do was, of all the things that you do. MC Wilco shows, write books, write your column, radio.
I just like to visit abandoned factories that have been turned into art museums and have fun times in weird spaces, which is actually not untrue. I don't know. If I had a favorite thing, I would probably just be doing that thing. But I have a very difficult time discerning what is, all of my things are my favorites. So that is why I keep running from thing to thing and back again.
So I have one last question for you.
Sure.
Favorite Wilco song, favorite Wilco album?
Well, they're kind of the same. For me, I listened to A Ghost is Born throughout the writing of my first book, constantly. And so that's the one that is imprinted most on me. Although, again, how do I choose my favorite? But and The Late Greats is the one that is my go-to at any given moment.
Right on. John Hodgman, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.